let's jump into another deep dive. Today, we're looking at Cardano.
Yeah.
And there's a lot going on with Cardano right now.
Right.
There's some buzz that there could be a price surge, and we're going to see if that's hype or if it's for real.
Absolutely.
So we're going to look at two things in particular. One is this new partnership with a company called GLOBANT.
Right.
And then two, there's this mysterious VIP meeting.
Yes.
So by the end of this deep dive, you'll know whether Cardano is worth your attention or not.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really interesting to see what shakes out here.
Okay, so let's start with this GLOBANT partnership.
Yeah.
So GLOBANT is it's not a small company.
Yeah.
They're worth almost $10 billion, and they're a publicly traded company that helps businesses build applications and use AI.
Yeah, they're a pretty big deal.
They've got clients like Disney and Nissan and Royal Caribbean.
Yeah.
So this is not like some
fly-by-night operation.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So when a company like that decides to partner with Cardano, I think that's something worth looking into.
Absolutely. They clearly see something in Cardano. And, you know, they've got a lot of experience building complex applications. So the fact that they've chosen Cardano suggests they really believe in its potential.
So GLOBANT is planning to use Cardano's blockchain for decentralized applications, and they've also mentioned they're working on some AI projects using Cardano.
Right.
So help me understand this. What are the implications of developing AI on the blockchain? These are like the two hottest trends in tech right now.
I know, right? Well, the thing is that AI and blockchain are actually a really good fit for each other. Blockchain can provide that really secure and transparent platform that you need to develop AI. And then on the other hand, AI can actually make blockchain applications even more powerful.
Okay, so this partnership could lead to like a whole wave of new innovations in the AI space.
Potentially, yeah. It's early days, but the potential is certainly there.
So we talked about the GLOBANT partnership.
Yeah.
Now let's move on to this mysterious VIP meeting. So Charles Hoskinson, who's the founder of Cardano, is meeting with a very important person on March 1st. And he's not saying who it is.
Yeah, he's keeping it very hush-hush.
He's keeping it a secret.
Yeah.
And of course, the Cardano community is going crazy,
Of course they are.
trying to guess who it is.
Yeah, the speculation's been running wild.
So some people are saying it's Elon Musk.
Right, that's a popular one.
Some people are saying Donald Trump.
There are even some whispers about it being David Sachs.
Yeah, he's a big player in both the crypto world and the AI world.
Exactly.
A lot of people are focused on this idea that it might be Elon Musk and that he could help get Cardano used by a government department.
Uh-huh.
A hypothetical department called DOGE, which stands for the Department of Government Efficiency. What about Cardano makes it appealing for governments to use?
Well, there's this whole Made in USA narrative around Cardano, which might appeal to some government agencies. But beyond that, it actually has a lot of features that would make it attractive for government applications. First of all, the transaction fees are very low, which is important when you're dealing with a lot of transactions.
Right.
Secondly, Cardano has an amazing uptime record. It's almost at 100% uptime, which is really important when you're talking about mission-critical applications.
That makes sense.
And lastly, Cardano is very focused on security and transparency, which are important for governments because they need to be accountable.
Okay, so it does make sense why people are thinking about government adoption.
It does, yeah.
Now, I do want to mention Charles Hoskinson has a bit of a reputation for, over-promising and under-delivering.
Right, he's definitely known for making big promises.
Like, remember that Chainlink partnership that never happened?
Mhm.
And then there was that education project in Ethiopia that kind of stalled out.
Yeah, that one kind of fizzled.
So we do have to take everything he says with a grain of salt.
Yeah, absolutely. It's important to be cautious and wait for concrete results before getting too carried away.
All right, let's look at the price of Cardano and see if we can learn anything from the charts.
Let's dive into the numbers.
Because at the end of the day, that's what people really care about. Will this make me money?
Exactly.
Cardano's price has been pretty stable, even retesting that 0.8802 resistance level that it hit back in March 2024. What's the technical analysis telling us?
Well, one good sign is that we're seeing strong support from the 50-week moving average, which indicates that there might be an upward trend coming. And then we've got this thing called the Elliott wave pattern. Now, Elliott wave is a little complicated, but it's basically a tool that looks for patterns and how prices move.
Okay.
So it tries to understand the psychology of the market. And according to Elliott wave, it looks like Cardano has just finished its second wave, which could mean that a third wave is about to start, and that third wave could be very bullish.
Okay, before we go any further, I think we need to explain Elliott wave a little bit more because some of our listeners might not be familiar with it.
Right.
So in simple terms, What is Elliott wave theory?
Okay, so basically, Elliott wave theory says that prices in the market move in these predictable patterns of 5 waves.
Okay.
3 of those waves are what we call impulse waves, which means they go in the direction of the main trend, and then you have 2 corrective waves which go against the trend. And these waves kind of reflect what traders and investors are feeling. So if Cardano really has finished its second wave, which was a corrective wave, then we could be going into a strong upward impulse wave.
So if this third wave does happen, what price could Cardano reach?
Well, if it follows the typical Elliott wave pattern, then the next target would be around $2, which would be like a 155% increase from where it is right now.
Wow, that's a huge increase.
It is.
But of course, technical analysis isn't perfect, right?
Right, exactly. It's just one piece of the puzzle. We have to consider all the other factors as well.
Yeah, so we've talked about some of the potential upsides,
Yeah,
but, there are always potential downsides, too.
right, absolutely. There are always risks.
We already mentioned that Hoskinson sometimes doesn't deliver on his promises.
Yeah, that's definitely a concern.
But what are some other risks associated with Cardano?
Well, we'll talk about those after a quick break. I think one of the biggest risks with any cryptocurrency is the market volatility.
Right.
It can be really unpredictable.
Yeah, we can't just assume that this GLOBANT partnership and this VIP meeting will mean that Cardano is going to the moon.
Exactly.
What other things could affect Cardano's price?
Okay, well, on the positive side, we've got this partnership with GLOBANT, and they're really good at AI and blockchain.
Right.
So if they're able to create these innovative applications that they're talking about,
Yeah.
that could make a lot of people want to use Cardano, and that would increase its value.
And then on top of that, there's the VIP meeting.
Right.
If it is someone like Elon Musk and he says he loves Cardano,
Right. It could have a huge impact on the price.
yeah, Elon Musk definitely has the power to move markets.
But what if it's not Elon Musk?
Right. That's a good question.
What if the meeting is a bust?
Yeah, we have to be prepared for that possibility.
And we already talked about how Charles Hoskinson doesn't always do what he says he's going to do.
Yeah, he's made some big promises in the past that haven't really panned out.
And even if this partnership with GLOBANT goes well,
Right.
and the VIP meeting is a success, it's not guaranteed that people will start using Cardano or that the price will go up in the long term.
Yeah, getting people to actually adopt a new technology can be really challenging.
Plus, the whole cryptocurrency market is really unpredictable.
That's true.
Things like government regulations and what's happening with the economy in general,
Yeah.
and even what other cryptocurrencies are doing, all of that can affect Cardano.
Absolutely. There are so many factors at play. So what's the bottom line for our listeners? What should they be thinking about if they want to invest in Cardano?
Okay, well, the first thing is don't just rely on the hype or what other people are saying.
Right.
Do your own research.
Yeah, you can't just jump in because of some flashy partnership
Exactly.
or because you heard a rumor about some big meeting.
You need to understand the fundamentals.
Like, what is the technology behind Cardano?
Yeah,
Who's on the team?
right.
What are their long-term plans?
Exactly. Try to get a real sense of what Cardano is all about.
And also, be honest with yourself about how much risk you're willing to take
Yeah, that's really important.
and what your goals are for your investments.
If you've done your research and you believe in Cardano
Right.
and you're comfortable with the risks,
Yeah.
then it might be a good idea to buy some.
But always remember, only invest what you can afford to lose.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's rule number 1 in crypto.
We've been talking about price and speculation,
Mm-hmm.
but let's think about the bigger picture for a minute. Okay, so Cardano is kind of at the intersection of these two big technology trends, blockchain and artificial intelligence.
Yeah, that's what makes it so interesting.
So with blockchain,
Right.
you have this secure and transparent way to develop AI,
Right.
and then AI can make blockchain applications even more powerful.
Exactly. They complement each other really well.
So could this be the beginning of a whole new era of decentralized
Wow.
intelligent applications?
I think it's definitely possible.
It's like, imagine these AI-powered applications
Yeah.
running on Cardano,
Mm-hmm.
changing industries like finance and healthcare.
Yeah,
That's pretty exciting to think about.
it is exciting.
Of course, it's still early days,
Right. We're still in the very early stages.
but, the potential is there.
Yeah. And that's what makes this space so interesting to follow.
So whether you're already investing in crypto
Mm-hmm.
or you're just starting to learn about it,
Right.
I think the most important thing is to be curious.
Yeah.
Keep learning. And don't be afraid to really dive deep.
That's how you discover the real gems in the space.
Okay, so we've talked about a lot with Cardano today.
Yeah, we've covered a lot of ground.
This GLOBANT partnership,
Right.
this VIP meeting,
Mm-hmm.
and even looked at some charts.
Yeah, we did a deep dive into the technicals.
I think the main takeaway for our listeners is that before they invest in anything,
Right.
they need to do their own research.
Absolutely. Don't just jump in because of the hype.
It's easy to get excited when you hear about a big partnership.
Yeah, it's tempting to get swept up in the excitement.
But as we've been saying, those things don't always mean success.
And Cardano, they've had some stumbles in the past.
Yeah, they haven't always delivered on their promises.
And the whole crypto market is risky.
Exactly.
So it's important to be aware of that.
So yeah, Cardano has potential,
Definitely.
but there are definitely challenges too.
Right. There are always two sides to the coin.
I think these next few months will be really important for Cardano.
Yeah, they're at a turning point.
Will they be able to take advantage of all these opportunities?
Right. Can they deliver on their vision?
Will they become a leader in blockchain and AI?
It's going to be fascinating to watch.
So what's the most important thing for our listeners to remember?
I think the key message is that Cardano could be great,
Okay.
but it's not a sure thing.
Right.
Stay informed,
Yeah.
do your own research,
Uh-huh.
understand the risks.
And the rewards.
Exactly.
Things change so quickly in the crypto world.
It's like the Wild West out there.
So what advice would you give to someone who's interested in Cardano,
Okay.
but not sure if they should invest?
I'd say keep learning about it.
Mm-hmm.
See how these things we talked about play out. The more you know,
Yeah.
the better decisions
Yep.
you can make.
What we talked about today is really just a starting point.
It is.
There's so much more information out there.
Yeah, keep digging.
That's what makes crypto so interesting.
I know, right?
It's always changing.
It never gets boring.
Always something new to learn.
Exactly.
Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
We hope you found this deep dive into Cardano helpful and interesting.
I hope so too.
We'll be back soon with more analysis and discussions on all things crypto.
Looking forward to it.
Until next time, stay curious and stay informed.